with the press conference of the CEO Goa making a statement that overseas citizens of India were enrolled, and he said 88 overseas citizens of India had been enrolled in the voters list and were eligible to vote. Many people asked me questions, and in fact even the press was asking me for a clarification, and I was readying a video to be uploaded giving the actual legal position to show that this statement was wrong. But yesterday, since Mr. Goel, the Goa CEO, issued a clarification to try to explain that what he meant about overseas citizens was people, overseas residents, I did not release that video, but still I feel there are some things which have to be stated about it. First is, being a chief electoral officer, he should be very careful in the use of his words. He is holding a very high post and in the constitutional setup, and therefore he should be more cautious when he uses words which have legal effect, legal meaning. OCI card holders are those who are necessarily foreign citizens who have by law been allowed to register and hold OCI card. That is why the provision was added in the Citizenship Act 1955 with the introduction of section 7A to 7D, which allows how you can acquire, how you can register, get your card, what are your rights, what you are not entitled, and also thereafter how it can be terminated. So these things having been done, the word OCI card holder or the word OCI necessarily means overseas citizen of India who is a foreign citizen. And therefore, even in his clarification, when he tries to say overseas citizen means residence, overseas residence, there is no such thing meaning of overseas resident. It is NRI, non-resident Indians. A NRI is perfectly an Indian citizen, only that he gets a benefit of an NRI status because he is not residing in India. So it has certain legal implications and legal benefits which they can get, and whether they are working abroad, studying abroad, and therefore they become NRI status, and they have even taxation benefits. So therefore, the NRI is different from OCI. An OCI card holder cannot enroll as a voter, cannot contest elections, cannot even vote at elections. So this is it. Now the ongoing SIR, there are certain issues which are coming up. When the SIR began in Goa, I was very happy to see that the Goa CEO website had two major prominent links. In blocks it was there. The first block showed SIR 2002 and the second block said online enumeration. The first block which spoke about SIR 2002, I clicked on it and the link took you to 2002 SIR constituency-wise. So I did one thing, I checked up my Fatorda 2002 SIR roll, because in 2002 I was enrolled in Fatorda. I clicked on it and I immediately got the entire PDF roll of Fatorda constituency in one PDF file. Remember this. So quickly I decided to help my people in Aldona constituency, I will also download the other rolls. Aldona, now Aldona constituency was made by bringing in Bastora and Nukasai, which was in Saligaon, into Aldona, Moira and Nashnala, which was part of TV, into Aldona, and excluding portions like Salvador de Mundo and Briton and out from Aldona. So therefore, and also Mapsa, Ward 7 and 8 were brought inside. So quickly I downloaded the Saligaon roll in one PDF file, the TV roll in one PDF roll, and the Aldona file in one PDF roll. But I found that a few days back, probably about a week to 10 days back, that link is mysteriously missing. Now the question is why it is missing. The answer will be given, no, but you can still check your details online on the SIR website because they are giving you a link. Yes, they are giving a link for individual search. Now I will tell you what is happening. In my case, I could find my name, I could find my wife's name, I could find my father's name and I could find my mother's name. So that perfectly matched. Now, when I was scrolling through that Fatorda list, I found that somebody also who has a surname Ferreira, and you know my spelling is Ferreira, somewhere else, for someone else, was spelt as Pherrera. It is like spoken, Ferreira, like that it was made, which is a wrong spelling. Probably that person might have corrected it. Probably that person must have updated it today. So if he looks at today's election entry or his election card and tries to find it in 2002, you know computer search will not give you the name, because any slip of an alphabet, missing or added, will not give you the search. So therefore, this person who has got a spelling error on his surname or his name will never find his name, though his name is actually there. His father's name may be there, mother's name, brother, sister, everybody will be there, but that surname they will not find him. So what is the result? He will not be mapped, because in his individual form he will not be found. Now if the entire PDF role is there, we are in a position to quickly search. All right, who was your neighbor, who's here, which house is next before, house number, then maybe father's name, anything like this we can start searching and we'll get you. And you know that people today from 2002 to today have advanced in age. Many people even in 2002, when these rolls were being made, cards were being issued, were not tech savvy, were not even insistent, because that time it was not compulsory to have voting card. You could take your ration card, you could go with anything for voting. Earlier even cards were not being asked for voting. So people now who have advanced in age were not tech savvy even at that time. So they would definitely not have learned things now. They must be already very senior citizens now. So how would you help those people? So we need to go and help them. But if we don't have access to that data, it becomes very difficult. So I believe that this SIR 2002 online PDF files must be uploaded on the website constituency-wise, because I have found now that in some other link you can still get constituency-wise, but each booth PDF is to be downloaded. Now how will I remember which booth I voted? I don't know the number of that booth. I have to start searching this booth or that booth, and then maybe I may not find it. So that will be another issue. Or I have to put all those into one, which will take me a long time, and you have to have the software for which can combine multiple files. Second, the online enumeration form. The online enumeration form, which was available very prominently, suddenly has disappeared and gone into some corner. I will explain about this online enumeration form in another video, what's to be done, which I will release very shortly, and also how to verify that your name has been uploaded online. I will release it for convenience of people. And now finally about the SIR issues which are there. Our CEO has made a statement saying that about 90,000 people are there who may be deleted from the roll, and our information shows that about 2.5 lakhs are probably going to get deleted. Now whichever figures we will see when the final draft roll comes out. But I have a request to the CEO. My request is this: we know that people who are being deleted are either dead, absent, duplicate and unmapped. Now who is to be declared dead? Are they living here, or just because they are not here you presume that they are dead? So maybe we can help, our people can help, the neighbors can help. So that is one. Maybe we can show you that obituaries, or maybe death certificates, or you have to presume they are alive. Second, those who are absent. Absence may be temporary, absence can be permanent. If absence is temporary, where people work in the Gulf, or maybe have gone abroad, maybe in the UK, in Ireland or any place, or Scotland or wherever they are working, and they come back home, or even on the ship they will come back home, or the rigs they will come back. So therefore they may not be available today, but they are around and they will come, and for voting there may be a greater guarantee that they will be around for voting. So therefore, just because they are absent and they are not around, you need to knock them off the roll, not agreeable. And finally, unmapped. Duplicate, of course duplicate have to go, but let us make sure that you are not knocking off somebody by simply saying they are duplicate. And finally, unmapped. Unmapped, as I explained to you about the 2002 role, if you want it to be inclusive, then we need to have that role. Election Commission of India has a continuous process of revision of the electoral roll, and every time the catchphrase is we are trying to include rather than exclude people. But there is a strong undercurrent, there is a strong belief that the Election Commission has begun this exercise with the intention of knocking off voters, deleting voters, or defranchising a large number of people. Now, if the Election Commission, we know, is a constitutional body, the Election Commission, definitely a constitutional body, must believe in transparency. Transparency is the hallmark of democracy, and if the Election Commission wants to show and prove to the people of the country and the world that it is not going to fall prey or into the trap that it is behaving in one particular manner to eliminate voters, then I think the transparency must show in greater strength, not only in words but also in action. And for this reason, the Election Commission of India must restore that link and allow the downloading of the PDFs constituency-wise, the PDF rolls constituency-wise of 2002. Secondly, the Election Commission should ask the BLOs to work in tandem, in consultation, in collaboration with the BLAs, so that we can help the BLO identify these people, and even our people can give inputs for inclusion or deletion, or for confirming the inclusion or confirming the deletion. So these are all matters, whether they should be mapped, whether they are absent temporarily or permanently. So all this can be helped. It has to be an exercise not in secrecy, but everything in joint consultation. That's why you're going to bring out the draft roll. But before the draft roll comes, I think this exercise should also be transparent, even in the process. Now I will say one thing. The answer will be probably, no, but you will have the draft roll and then you will see. Once the draft roll is out, the difficulty of now trying to give explanations when the draft roll is out is much greater than today. Today everything goes on the statement, everything is shown, everything becomes clear. There you must come with proof, with evidence, go for hearings, all this will happen. And that may exhaust somebody and people may end up not turning up. So therefore, and even then I've heard that the Election Commission is now trying to ask that they can even carry out a citizenship exercise. Recently, 2 or 3 days back in the Supreme Court, they have filed one, an affidavit in the Supreme Court that they have the power to examine citizenship even in the process of enrolling somebody as a voter. That the Supreme Court will decide right or wrong, but this is how it goes. Now, if the Election Commission wants to show it is honest, if the Election Commission wants to show it is transparent, if the Election Commission wants to walk the talk that it is a constitutional body in upholding the Constitution and free from any pressure and dispelling all these fears and rumors of the people, this is the time for the Election Commission to stand out and shine and prove that it is a pure constitutional body performing constitutional functions in a democratic manner.
तुम्ही पळयतात गोंयकारपण, गोंयकारांचो गोंयकारा खातीर.